What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So, we are updating you on the Overhaul series that I have started, I don't know, a month and a half, not quite 2 months ago. But it's been a while since I did a video. It's been, I think, a week and a half. So, you will be seeing this on the Thursday posting. But things have just gotten very busy. So I wanted to just kind of give you some updates as to what's been going on and how the journey has been proceeding while I have not been putting out videos, kind of updating and talking about the journey. So we are going to jump into that. Things have been very busy with me. I've been trying to find a balance, and that has required me to kind of take a break from making videos and posting videos more frequently. It's just been like I've been trying to balance everything, and out of everything that I've been doing, I feel like the video part is kind of like the least important or the least impactful on my overall just kind of life right now. So that's why we kind of took a back seat on just putting out videos. And yeah, but in terms of the actual lifestyle overhaul and the goals that I've set out, we've been succeeding and we have still been going strong with that. So, first things first, I'm going to pop up some different pictures as I go here, just kind of showing you some visuals as to what's been going on. But I weigh myself randomly throughout um, the weeks, and we've hit a new low. So my most recent weigh-in, I weighed myself and I was 219.4, which means that I am down 31 pounds since starting this, which is absolutely mind blowing to me. Um, we still have some way to go because I was, sitting at around 250, 250.4, I think, when I started this series. And even before that, I was hovering around anywhere between like 260 and 250. I'd be somewhere within that range. Um, so we hit 219, 219.4, which is just insane. I don't think I've seen like under 220, like under the 220s in years. So that was crazy. And the craziest thing about it is, honestly, it hasn't felt like a strict diet, and it hasn't been overwhelming in terms of exercise consistency, nutrition, anything like that. So things have been going very, very well. Um, but yeah, so weight has dropped to 219, and that is awesome. And then the other thing I really want to touch on is the running journey. So we've been trying to work up to doing a 5K. I've still been running 2 times a week, usually either Monday or Tuesday, and then later in the week, Friday or Saturday. And I've done a few different kind of random runs. So I've been trying to increase my pace. I got up to, I think, a 6.5 pace for my runs, and I ran at like 8 or so minutes. And then I randomly decided one day, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna run at a 5, because if you remember, if you've been following along, I started running and the goal was to do at least 5 minutes nonstop running at a 5 on my treadmill. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do a run at a 5 on the treadmill and just see how long I can go. And I think I hit the 20-minute mark. So I ran for 20 minutes nonstop at a 5, which was crazy, and it kind of blew my mind. So I'll kind of show you just like the mileage that I ran. I think it was like 1.2 or something like that. But that was honestly like very crazy, and it wasn't overly like painful, so like my legs were able to keep up. um Obviously I was like, it was killing me cardio wise, but that is fantastic because honestly I've tried running a couple times in the past, and it's always my legs and my muscles that, or like my lower back, things like that, that tend to give out before my actual conditioning. So now I feel like every run that I'm doing has really been pushing my cardio to its limits, which is awesome. Sometimes when I finish, I probably sound like I'm about to die, but um, honestly, they've been going pretty good. Um, as I'm talking here, this week I actually have ran. I ran back to back 2 days in a row. So I ran Monday and then I also ran Tuesday. And what I've been doing is I've been running at a 6 and just trying to go for as long as that possible. And I've been hitting around like the, for whatever reason, going from a 5 run to a 6 run is like insane on my body. I feel like I'm running so much faster that like I struggle to keep up on the treadmill. I'm like scared I'm gonna fall off it sometimes, even though I haven't actually. I don't think I've actually come that close, but it just feels like my pace is so crazy fast. Like it seems like such a difference that it's so difficult. But we've managed to every time, I think, hit uh, at least like 10 minutes on the run. I on Tuesday when I ran, I was actually like, because I always block out my time with like my phone or something, and I went to check it, and it just like my treadmill just like instantly stopped. So I don't know what button was pressed, but it like stopped, and then I just kind of called it quits there. But I think I was at like 7 or 8 minutes. Um, but that was like my second day in a row of running, which was crazy that I even ran 2 days in a row. But I wanted to see kind of how my body would feel doing something like that, because I think I want to start at some point throwing in a third day of running. Um, I really don't want to overdo it too much, but and then as well, I've been working out in the garage, and it is getting so cold that it's going to be time to start training back at the gym. I think because my last workout, I was starting to sweat, and as soon as I started to sweat with the cold air, it just like all of a sudden I was like freezing, but I was still sweating, and I just feel like that's probably not the best environment for training. So we're gonna have to start going to the gym again, and for whatever reason, I don't know, like my anxiety or whatever, but I really don't feel like going back to the gym. I've been loving my workouts in the garage, so um, that is going to be an obstacle that I have to kind of push through and adapt. But it is what it is. Winter is coming, and it's not a heated garage, so it is freezing in there. The bars are freezing, so we're gonna have to go back to the gym. But yeah, back to the running. Um, yeah, I've been able to consistently hit like at least 10 minutes every time running at a 6, and we're just kind of still just trying to push our limits in terms of cardio. And like I am definitely pushing my cardiovascular system very hard on those run days, so I'm very happy even if I don't beat my time, but I think I have pretty much beaten my time every time still. um, but it's hard in a different way now, so that's interesting. But overall, I'm very happy with the progress, and yeah, we're just gonna keep it going and see how long it takes me to be able to just like run a 5K, and I want to be able to do it in a good time. So that's the plan there. In terms of other things, so nutrition. So I had some issues with high creatinine levels, which um, we were kind of worried about my kidney function. So I've been on like a very low protein diet, which sucks in some ways, but at the same time, right now, I was kind of already like at a lower protein intake as it was. So I haven't really changed too much. Um, probably eat around like 130 to 150 grams of protein a day instead of 170 is what I was eating before. Um, so it has dropped. But I've had blood work done again since those levels were elevated, and they've started to come back down. They're still The creatinine is still a little bit high, but I was also taking creatine, so we've had to cut out creatine to see if we could just bring those levels into normal range. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of impacted the nutrition a little bit. I'm just consuming a little bit less protein, and that's been a little bit of a struggle because I feel like now I'm a slightly less satiated. um, and I find that like I'm seeing like a little bit more cravings, but it's also hard because I've been we have like a bucket of Halloween treats that the kids got from Halloween. Um, so that's always just sitting around. So I'll grab like a little pack or two of candies here and there, um, which is like a slippery slope. So I have to be careful in terms of that. But yeah, nutrition things really haven't changed a whole lot. Um, and then workout wise, workouts have actually been really good. I feel like my last leg workout was like the best leg workout I've had in a long time. I was sweating like crazy. It wasn't too cold, so it was a pretty solid workout. Um, in terms of my pec injury, things have been going really well. Yesterday I did chest, and it was I worked up to on incline. I hit 205 on bench, like an incline bench. So that's the heaviest I've gone so far. It honestly feels like my strength has gone down so much because 205 was like I was doing high repetition, so I kind of worked up to 205, but we did probably 4 sets of the incline bench, and each set I was doing 12 reps. So 205, we did 12, and that was like kind of my limit, but I didn't really feel any pain in the chest, which is exciting. I also was doing flies, and I increased the band resistance on that. So honestly, the chest has been feeling pretty good. We're still going to take it nice and slow and continue to gradually work up so I don't restrain or injure that anymore. Um, and then in terms of my pull day, honestly, it's always great and has been great. So that will stay how it is. But that's kind of just like a quick update I want to give to you. Um, because I'm so busy and I'm still trying to find balance, the videos might come a little bit more infrequent. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to just like at least aim for one video a week, probably the Thursday video time. I As opposed to the Sunday. But I think we're gonna do one video, commit to one video a week on Thursdays, and if nothing else, it might just be like an update video like this. But as anything comes up or any challenges or successes or big milestones that get hit, obviously we'll kind of try to make a video and talk about that so that you can see kind of what the journey uh, looks like and everything. But yeah, that's just like a little update. I think I'm going to give it like another 2 weeks probably. And then I think I'm going to do another comparison, just physique kind of video, just comparing my physique from when I started to what it is now. Because honestly, I find this week alone, um, I feel like I've noticed some significant changes in terms of my physique, and it's been very exciting. It's like I'm starting to see some definition, just because I'm getting rid of so much fat. So it's pretty exciting. So I think another 2 weeks will just be kind of like, as long as I keep up the progress and stay consistent, I think we'll see some pretty awesome transformation. But yeah, that's all I wanted to kind of touch base on. So hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you like the little clips. It's really just mostly probably just my weigh-ins and just my different run times, but that's what we're doing right now. We I'm trying to keep everything balanced and not overwhelm myself and just end up failing at everything. So things are going good, and we're gonna keep it that way. But hopefully you like this video and you've been enjoying the series. If you did, please give this video a like because that helps the algorithm so much. Comment down below if you're enjoying this series, if you've been following along in this series, if you've started your own little lifestyle series. Let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear from you. And let's get this community bumping. But other than that, as always, make sure to subscribe and turn those notifications on because we're growing and we're sitting at, I think, 818 subscribers and we want to hit 1,000 at some point. So let's make it happen. And then, other than that, I've got nothing else to say. So I will see you in the next video.